welcome to Hero Villains. Thank you for always watching and supporting the channel. In your opinion, the confrontation between Blue Marvel and Mr. Majestic, who will win? Blue Marvel, whose real name is Adam Brashear, is a former Marine, a doctor of physics, and a person who absorbs antimatter energy from a quantum hole. This energy source gives him extraordinary powers, super strength, super durability, supersonic flight speed, cosmic sense, and the ability to manipulate antimatter, an energy that can destroy matter at the subatomic level. Blue Marvel has even confronted the Hulk, the Sentry, and can even pull a warship with his bare hands. Mr. Majestic from the planet Khera is a great warrior, a tactical genius, and a fierce Superman version of WildStorm. He possesses all the abilities of a superhero: super strength, super speed, microscopic vision, the ability to restructure matter, and cosmic intelligence. Mr. Majestic can fight hundreds of interstellar creatures alone and even rewrite the molecular structure of objects in real time. Before we dive into the analysis, please click the subscribe button. Please remember to turn on notifications by clicking the bell icon. Thank you very much. Adam Brashear, a brilliant and ambitious scientist, and his colleague, a man named Connor Sims, were involved in a groundbreaking project involving the study of matter and antimatter. However, an unexpected incident occurred. During the experiment, the antimatter reactor exploded right before their eyes, creating a powerful energy blast that bathed both of them in strange quantum radiation. The accident not only did not kill them, but also changed the nature of both of their bodies in unimaginable ways. For Adam, his body was completely transformed at the subatomic level. Instead of being destroyed, his biological structure fused with antimatter, transforming him into an entity that could interact and manipulate this terrible energy perfectly. From then on, Adam Brashear became Blue Marvel, an entity with unimaginable power. He possesses superior physical strength, superhuman speed, inhuman reflexes, and near invulnerability. Not only that, he can also fly, create energy blasts with maximum destructive power, and even restructure the molecules of surrounding matter. Blue Marvel also possesses a genius intellect, who can communicate, analyze, and confront cosmic phenomena that few people understand. In life and death battles, he is not inferior to famous names like Hulk, Sentry, or even Thor. With powers far beyond normal limits and the ability to exploit antimatter on a cosmic scale, in one situation, Adam Brashear happened to stand in front of a pickup truck that was heading straight for him. But he did not show any anxiety. The car was stopped as if it had hit an impenetrable wall. Blue Marvel's power has been demonstrated through a series of feats that few could have imagined. He once stopped an asteroid the size of Arkansas, which would have wiped out an entire continent if it had hit Earth. Adam once lifted the Enterprise, a giant engineering marvel weighing thousands of tons, and brought it back to safety with his own strength. His body can withstand the full force of a hydrogen bomb explosion, while most other things would have crumbled to dust in an instant. He can also lift massive mountains that seem immovable. He once even lifted a large chunk of land off the ground without showing any signs of fatigue. Adam can travel between distant planets as if he were walking in his own backyard. At one point, he was seen relaxing on an alien planet, gazing at the vast cosmic sky, like a normal person enjoying a peaceful sunset. However, in one famous battle, Adam single-handedly destroyed the entire fleet of an extremely powerful alien race that could wipe out entire planets with advanced warfare technology alone. Hundreds of warships were torn apart in space, all falling before his overwhelming power and sharp strategy. Adam Brashear once faced one of the most dangerous enemies Earth has ever seen, Connor Sims, who would later become Anti-Man. The two were once teammates. Now they are enemies. Anti-Man is so powerful that even the Avengers are wary, many members even refusing to engage in direct combat. Yet Adam did not back down. He not only fought, but led the Avengers with the same strategic and heroic style that Captain America displayed at his peak. Adam survived a collapsing skyscraper, concrete dust covering the sky like an angry knight, but he emerged unscathed. When Anti-Man threatened to use destructive energy to control all superheroes on Earth, Adam did not resort to blind force but designed and built a cosmic-scale particle accelerator to disrupt his energy chains. Even Ares, the god of war with the blood of Olympus, did not challenge Adam's command. His presence inspired trust, respect, and even a little fear. He went toe-to-toe with Iron Man, Ares, Wonder Man, and Miss Marvel in a brief but fierce conflict, easily overwhelming all four with unimaginable strength and precision. In a fierce fight, Adam delivered a powerful punch that sent Marvel's near-omnipotent Sentry flying off the ground and into Earth orbit. The ground shook, the air exploded, and the planet's orbit was torn apart by the energy from the single blow. But Sentry's power in his golden form was largely dependent on his intellect. In some cases, he was unable to defeat the Hulk while restrained. This put him on the level of a herald, but not enough to defeat Thor. Blue Marvel was powerful enough to deflect an asteroid the size of Arkansas and lift the Enterprise. Namor, the king of Atlantis, once openly stated that Adam Brashear possessed strength equal to Earth's mightiest warriors, Thor and Hulk. And Thor and Hulk, while often seen as symbols of pure power, often hold back in battles with weaker allies or opponents, rarely using their full potential. However, when Thor uses the full power of Mjolnir, combined with cosmic energy and lightning from divine wrath, even Blue Marvel can be overwhelmed if he does not react in time. However, Adam's power is not to be underestimated. One of the cosmic observers, the Watcher, once revealed that Blue Marvel may have split the moon in half with his power. Adam. He can fly at supersonic speeds, passing through the atmosphere like a beam of light across the sky, unaffected by pressure or friction. Blue Marvel also has the ability to absorb and control all forms of energy, not only to strengthen his body, but also to create attacks with terrible destructive power. Source of energy, but also to create attacks with terrible destructive power. The antimatter energy he controls can be released into streams of radiation that melt metal, tear through cosmic grade armor, and completely shut down the functioning of advanced machine. However, despite possessing such overwhelming power, when standing before Galactus, a cosmic entity that exists beyond the scale of normal power, even Blue Marvel and Carol Danvers cannot catch him off guard. Even though the two have coordinated attacks, creating energy streams that are enough to shake the space around them, Galactus still stands firm, almost unfazed. Blue Marvel is not just a superhero, an unshakable symbol between the ages of gods and monsters. I really hope you subscribe to the channel, it will help us a lot, and moreover, you will see great videos every day. You are the best. Thank you very much. Lord Majestic was stranded on Earth with his Caribbean friends thousands of years ago due to an encounter with the Daemonites in Earth space. At the time of his fall to Earth, Majestic was a great and powerful lord and commander of all the Caribbean forces on board the ship with him. Upon his arrival on Earth, he devoted his life not only to the fight against the Daemonites, but also to the fight against evil in all its forms. Majestic, also known as Lord Magistros or Jim Macarest, is one of the most powerful and charismatic space warriors. His appearance with his meticulously designed battle armor exudes majesty and coolness. Although he may initially be mistaken for a typical superhero, when he enters the battlefield, he possesses tremendous physical strength, able to lift large buildings, crush metal with his bare hands, and create earth-shattering blows. He has superhuman speed, able to move faster than the naked eye can observe. Majestic's skin is impenetrable. Conventional weapons and even advanced technology are ineffective against his invulnerable body. In addition to the ability to fly at supersonic speeds, Majestic can also release fiery energy from both his fists and eyes. These beams of light have the destructive power of an energy blast. His intellect reaches a genius level, allowing him to process complex data, formulate battle strategies in a split second, and create advanced technology with just a few simple tools. Majestic's senses are all enhanced beyond the human realm, from microscopic vision to ultrasonic hearing to the ability to sense movement over a wide range. He can use his extreme cold breath to freeze enemies in an instant, rendering any opponent immobile on contact. Majestic is virtually indestructible. He possesses a form of virtual immortality, with the ability to heal almost instantly from even the most devastating attacks. This ability makes him not only a warrior, but also the ruler of the WildStorm universe. Majestic also possesses exceptional physical abilities that are rare even for Superman. One of these is the ability to control matter through the mind, allowing him to lift, bend, or manipulate objects without physical contact. In addition, Majestic also has telepathic abilities, allowing him to communicate with his thoughts and read the thoughts of others with incredible accuracy, helping him stay one step ahead of his opponents in every combat situation. Superman himself once admitted that Mr. Majestic possesses powers that surpass his own. Not only is he on par with the top superheroes, Majestic is also strong enough to defeat Captain Atom, one of the most powerful atomic energy entities ever known. Majestic is a warrior from the planet Khera, where he once held the role of Lord of War. In that world, he is not only a first-class warrior, but also a leader of large-scale conquests, trains, armies, and coordinates global strategies with absolute precision. His every action is carefully calculated, reflecting his superior intelligence and perfect fighting skills. With his sleek battle armor and strong features, and his determined gaze that always radiates control and authority, Majestic stands out as an unshakable figure among superheroes. Despite his immense power, he is actually a master swordsman and a seasoned warrior. Rather than the Boy Scout demeanor of the hero he is based on, Mr. Majestic has the attitude of a true warrior. He is colder, more ruthless, and more domineering, but he is still a hero. Similar to Homelander and Omni-Man, Mr. Majestic is a superhero figure. However, what makes Majestic special is not just his overwhelming power, but the way he uses that power without hesitation or restraint. He represents an uncompromising figure, willing to exploit all resources and capabilities to achieve his goals, no matter how dire the consequences. Majestic acts immediately, as fast as lightning, as precisely as a sword drawn from its sheath. He does not hesitate when it comes to making decisions that can change the course of a world. Majestic has demonstrated the ability to move Jupiter, a planet 11 times more massive than Earth, decisively, as if it were merely shifting a light object through space. Majestic can travel from Earth to the edge of the Milky Way in a matter of moments. His speed far exceeds the speed of light, enough to travel millions of light years without losing any energy. Majestic's reflexes and information processing abilities also reach extraordinary heights. In decisive combat situations, he can receive, analyze, and rewrite billions of photon pulses in the blink of an eye, an action that is equivalent to restructuring light information to deflect an entire attack from the enemy. Mr. Majestic has long had complete control over every aspect of his abilities. He is a veteran warrior, with years and experience far surpassing even Superman. It is this experience that has honed his fighting skills, making him not only strong, but also chillingly precise and efficient. With every movement, every glance, Majestic shows both physical and intellectual superiority. A character who not only has the power to destroy planets, but is also intelligent enough to rebuild a galaxy from the ashes. In WildStorm Rising, Majestic meets the Union and, after a common mistake, they team up with other WildStorm heroes in a fight against the Daemonites to claim a spaceship. The good guys won and the Wild Sea. ATs took the ship to Khera, but as they were leaving, a flash of light occurred and everyone thought they were dead. In response, Savant teamed up with Majestic and began building a new team. They recruited Dow, Condition Red, and Ladytron. Majestic led the team into battle, but Savant decided who they would target. Unfortunately, she was manipulated by Dow, who was controlling the new Wild Sea ATs to start a gang war. An angry Mr. Majestic escaped from the Phantom Zone while Eradicator and Superboy were trying to execute the plan, which involved dropping a bomb in a time storm. He stopped them and saved Metropolis. Superman returned and spoke to Majestic, revealing other things he did after saving the city. Apparently, he patched the hole in the ozone layer, stopped California from drifting away, put 131 supervillains in a state of suspended animation without trial, transferred the entire French Air Force to Finland for attacking him, and took the Green Lantern's ring. Majestic stood tall in the middle of the battlefield, his face impassive amid the smoke and explosions, his cape billowing in the gunpowder-filled air, a testament to the philosophy of power where every strike was decisive and destructive. The confrontation between Blue Marvel and Mr. Majestic. From the very first minutes, Blue Marvel launched fierce attacks with antimatter energy, creating brilliant explosions with swirling purple-blue light, carrying destructive power that could burn down an entire city in an instant. Each energy stream he emitted left long burning trails on the ground and shook the atmosphere. Mr. Majestic responded with a speed far beyond the speed of sound, rushing into the middle of the energy waves like a silver arrow piercing through the red fire. He launched melee attacks with the power to break the planet's crust, combined with flexible flight ability and super reflexes to dodge destructive attacks from the opponent. Blue Marvel immediately erected an antimatter energy shield, a spherical shield that sparkled like crystal, absorbing and deflecting the laser beams emitted from Majestic's eyes. However, Mr. Majestic, with his centuries of battle experience, was not fooled by the sophisticated defenses. He began to meticulously analyze each oscillation cycle in the energy layer, looking for signs of instability, and quickly identified a strategy to disrupt the antimatter balance from within. Blue Marvel did not back down. He used all his knowledge of quantum physics and energy technology to construct an antimatter vortex, a rotating energy tornado that created a powerful space suction, shimmering with the color of plasma, with the goal of trapping Mr. Majestic in a locked space. This vortex was not only a counterattack, but also a testament to Blue Marvel's superior creativity in combining science and power to turn the tide. The two opposing forces in the galaxy were rewriting the definition of war. Mr. Majestic escaped the antimatter vortex by using micromanipulation, a rare ability that allowed him to directly interfere with the subatomic structure of the surrounding energy. By adjusting the oscillation frequency at the quantum level, he disrupted the vortex's stability, causing it to collapse from within. The terrain cracked and twisted as if bent by artificial gravity. However, Blue Marvel was undeterred. He pushed himself beyond his limits. He unleashed a massive antimatter explosion. The light from the explosion was like a dying star exploding, turning the sky white and the ground ablaze in a series of shockwaves. The explosion caused severe damage to the entire surrounding area and even injured Mr. Majestic, a rare occurrence for a warrior with near-perfect immunity. It seemed the tables were turning in Blue Marvel's favor, but Mr. Majestic still had a tactical card. Relying on his centuries of combat experience and his ability to grasp his opponent's every move, he deliberately pretended to be weak. His face showed obvious fatigue, his breathing was heavy, and his eyes were wandering, making Blue Marvel believe that his opponent was about to collapse. In that moment, Majestic suddenly launched a lightning counterattack, a super fast punch straight to the chest, immediately followed by a powerful visual energy beam that shot through the defensive shield, creating a red burn mark in the air. The battle ended in shocking silence. Mr. Majestic won not only because of his strength, but also because of his superior strategy and ability to adapt to the constantly changing combat environment. Although Blue Marvel possessed a terrifying source of energy and incredible scientific intelligence, the winner was Mr. Majestic. I hope you enjoyed this fight. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Follow me if you like. That's today's video. Thank you very much.